Welcome to Cowboy Authentic. Today we are in the beautiful sand hills of Nebraska at the Haythorne Ranch. We're in their mare pasture right here. Why don't you get you a cup of hot coffee, sit down in your easy chair, kick back, and enjoy what we have in store for you today. Mr. Haythorne and a couple cowboys, and they're gonna be bringing their mares over this ridge right here. They'll be taking them to a set of pens, gonna be sorting these mares off here in just a few minutes. This is Cowboy Authentic.
My name is Craig Haythorne. I'm from Arthur, Nebraska, what's considered the sand hills of the United States. It's a big area in northern Nebraska. It's mainly known to be cow country, tall grass country. I'm the fourth generation. My great-granddad came here in 1884. Got on a ship, he was a stowaway on a load of Hereford bulls coming to America. And they ported in the Galveston area, and later came up the trail 4 times and then bought a livery barn in Ogallala. Later sold the livery barn and then went to Arthur and homesteaded. We went and gathered those 33 mares and brought them down there to what we call the mare pens, and sorted the dries or maiden mares. You know, mares have never been bred before, to get them off of the heavy mares that will start foaling into April and May. And the reason we do that, through the years, a dry mare, doesn't mean and she won't do it necessarily every year, but a dry mare sometimes, or a maiden mare, if a mare has a colt, she'll go steal that colt and whip that mother off. Well, if he's off for 12, 14 hours, there's a good chance you're probably going to lose that colt. So every spring in March, we always cut the dry mares or the maiden mares off and put them off by themselves. The horse program, my granddad, which was Walt Haythorne, went to Oklahoma in the 40s and bought a horse called Sport. He supposedly was the first registered horse in Nebraska. He later went on to win grand champion at National Western in Denver. But he was the start of the American Quarter Horse for us. You know, we had the old Eddie horse in the 50s, and then we had the Beaver Creek horse, and then we had a Lone Wolf horse, and evolved to what we have today. You know, we got into the King Fritz horses, the Play Gun horses, the New Cash horses. And through all those years, the last 20 years, we've always had a Hancock influence in our horses, you know. We tried to keep a lot of the Eddie blood in our horses because there was a lot of cow in there, but that's kind of the evolution of the horse program. I have 2 sons. The oldest son is Sage, he's 27. My youngest boy is Cord, and he's 25. Both of them went away to college, rodeoed, graduated from college, and came straight back home.
I'm Sage Haythorne. I'm 5th generation of the Haythorne family. I live on the north division of the ranch. I guess my passion and enjoyment of the whole thing, I mean, I love the horses, I love the cattle, but I think the cattle is what makes our horses, is, you know, what they are. And, you know, as far as our young horses, which even just last week we got to pick out our 3-year-olds, you know, we usually get 2 to 3 apiece. And as far as characteristics of one, you know, one that's disposition-wise is kind of what I'm looking for. But, you know, I've rode some full brothers or half brothers to this horse, and you kind of get to where you're like, well, I kind of like all them colts out of that stud or out of that mare or something. But as far as, you know, I mean, it's good to have one that's kind of gentle, but on the other hand, you know, if you've got a young one or something that's got a little fire to him or something, I don't mind that either, because, you know, sometimes he's got a little more heart there if he's got a little more sting to him or something, and we can go use one and get that out of him. And then usually them are the ones that make it faster than the real, you know, the dog gentle ones, you know. And
I'm Cord Haythorne. I work here on the Haythorne Ranch. I've always said my favorite part about the ranch is getting to do different things all the time. That's my complete favorite part about it. You know, one day you might be fixing fence, and one day you might have to go weld something, and one day you might be riding, and getting to do different things all the time, never just doing one thing every day, all day for the rest of your life. You know, I'm really interested in the cattle. My uncle sent me to auctioneer school when I was a freshman in college, and I've been doing that ever since. You know, right now we've got 2 different herds of straight black Angus cows, and we've kind of hand selected them, and we're breeding them to some really good Hereford bulls to get some Bolly heifers out of them, some black Bolly heifers. And you know, in this area, people are really interested in black Bolly cows right now, and also red Angus are becoming more and more popular. I think what it takes to be an authentic rancher, especially in this part of the world, our grass it's really good grass, but it's sand underneath it, and it's really fragile. And I think being a steward of the land is one of the main things. Taking care of your land, it'll take care of you.